Toothpaste, one of the most confusing items in your bathroom. You've heard it before. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste. But what about that 10th dentist? What do they recommend? Let's take a deep dive and see if your toothpaste is really cleaning your teeth or just your wallet. Hey, I'm Alex. I'm a registered dental hygienist with over 10 years of dental experience, here to share some dental knowledge with you. Stick around to find out about a new novel toothpaste that is making headlines in the dental circles and competing with some of the big dogs like Crest and Colgate. Towards the end of the video, I'll be sharing that toothpaste. Let's address the elephant in the room. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend X toothpaste. I'll be real with you. It's a marketing ploy used by companies to get you to buy their toothpaste. Just like a lot of other marketing claims, they don't always have to be 100% true. So how they get around this is they send surveys to dentists and they check a box of which toothpaste they like most. There are so many different brands of toothpaste with so many ingredients that all have different actions, and there's constantly new toothpaste being added into the market. You have your standard anti-cavity toothpaste, your tartar control toothpaste, anti-sensitivity toothpaste, and probably the most popular that everyone wants to get their hands on, whitening toothpaste. Later in this video, I'm going to break down the ingredients that actually really matter in your toothpaste. The ingredients we'll be focusing on are well researched and actually have an added benefit, and not just there for fluff or foam. Aside from ingredients inside a toothpaste, there are two main things that I really want you to know. First and foremost, toothpaste of any kind should never be swallowed by adults or kids. I'm a firm believer that it's the dose that makes the poison. So if you're swallowing a whole bunch of your toothpaste, obviously that's not good. Just like eating a lot of red meat is not good. The second most important thing that I want you to take away from this is that not every single toothpaste is made the same. And you may be thinking, Alex, no duh. But let's start with that second point. Not every single toothpaste is made the same. With a wide variety of ingredients added into toothpaste and new novel ingredients being added and studied, what most people don't know is that every single toothpaste has a different level of abrasiveness. This is not a number or value that you'll find on the box. Relative dentin abrasion value. It's really worth researching next time you're buying a new toothpaste. The scale goes from 0 to 250, and most dental researchers agree that anything over 100 on the RDA scale is considered pretty abrasive. When I first heard about this, I was really shocked at the amount of toothpaste that I've been using that's highly abrasive on the teeth. So if you're interested in learning more, just do a simple Google search, relative dentin abrasion value, and then cross-reference what toothpaste you have at home. Fun fact, just using a soft Bristol toothbrush and some water has a RDA value of 4, which is good. Baking soda or sodium bicarbonate has a RDA value of 7, meaning that it's the safest additive that you can use at home without being abrasive on the teeth. So literally all you have to do is wet your toothbrush, dip your toothbrush into baking soda. If you want extra flavor, put your toothpaste on top of it. You have a great toothpaste mix there that you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money for. So next time you're out buying toothpaste, definitely take the RDA value into consideration. Do your research, and that way you'll know the abrasiveness of the toothpaste you're getting. So now that we got the two most important things out of the way, do not swallow toothpaste and look at the abrasiveness value, I would like to share 3 types of toothpastes that I would recommend the general consumer avoid. Number 1, charcoal. Highly abrasive, not shown to have a super clear benefit over traditional additives like baking soda. No matter how finely ground the charcoal is, it is still highly abrasive. So please avoid it if you can. Second thing, don't torture yourself with a toothpaste that you hate. If you don't like the flavor of it, or you just don't like how it makes your mouth feel, don't use it. There are much more products out there that you'll be happy with. Or make your own. And the last thing, SLS or sodium lauryl sulfate. I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because the Arm & Hammer that I'm using right now, it does have SLS in it. I am fortunate enough to not have one of the side effects that comes with SLS. A well-reported side effect of sodium lauryl sulfate is the fact that in some percent of the population, it causes sloughing of your oral mucosa. So avoid charcoal, avoid a toothpaste you hate, and try to avoid SLS. Let's get into some of the ingredients. As we just talked about, baking soda is my favorite ingredient, even for people wanting to make your own toothpaste. toothpaste, baking soda is great. It's alkaline, meaning that it brings acidity down to a neutral level. Bacteria that cause cavities thrive in a pH of 5.5. That's the level of pH that it takes to weaken your enamel. And if you're drinking anything acidic or anything that even slightly raises the acidity, and if you're sipping energy drinks or kombucha, even diet drinks, anything carbonated or anything that has more acidity can cause damage to your enamel. Even the so-called health drinks, although they're good for your gut health, they are not so good for your teeth. I'm just going to add a quick little tip here. Obviously, you don't want to brush right after you have something acidic, but having some water, sip and swish, spit it out or swallow it, that'll help reduce the acidity. So baking soda is really great in toothpaste. How is it obtained? It's mined at a baking soda mine. Usually critics of fluoride will say, oh, it's mined and it's an industrious waste. Baking soda is mined as well. You'll see as we go down the list, a lot of these ingredients are usually mined or harvested from rocks. Next on the list is xylitol. Xylitol is awesome. It inhibits bacteria from being able to reproduce and cause more acidity. It's a bacteriostatic sweetener. What that means is that it really stunts the reproduction of bacteria. It's not bactericidal, meaning it doesn't kill bacteria, but in its mechanism of action, when bacteria feed on xylitol, they cannot digest it and therefore they just die off. Xylitol can be totally natural because it's derived from birch trees and corn cob. Next ingredient, hydroxyapatite, has become a really popular toothpaste ingredient in the last couple years. Hydroxyapatite has been around for decades. Hydroxyapatite is a molecule that makes up the density of our bones and our teeth. Nanohydroxyapatite is a synthetic version that has microscopic particles of the same compound. If you're looking for a hydroxyapatite toothpaste, research suggests that you should aim for a 10% hydroxyapatite toothpaste. And again, just like the RDA value, it is not always disclosed how much percent of hydroxyapatite is in a toothpaste. So you have to do a little digging on your own. Next ingredient, potassium nitrate. This is another synthetic compound that is used in dentistry and in toothpaste as a desensitizer. Each tooth, just like the pores on our skin, has little openings that lead to the nerve. If these tubules are open, or if you've just done some whitening, or you brush too hard, or you have gum recession, stimuli reaching those tubules are what cause sensitivity. So potassium nitrate acts by blocking those tubules, not allowing the sensitivity to occur as often. Toothpaste like Sensodyne and Colgate Sensitive are among some of the ones that have potassium nitrate. Sensodyne is a great brand if you're struggling with sensitivity. Next up, the big boys, fluoride. Sodium fluoride and stannous fluoride. There are others, but I won't go into them today. Sodium fluoride is actually the active ingredient in the toothpaste that I'm testing right now. For anyone who's curious, right now I'm using the Arm & Hammer. I love Arm & Hammer, although it does have some questionable ingredients. I like to test a lot of products on myself, so I often get their toothpaste. This one is the TheraBreath. In my opinion, it's a little bit sweet, but it gives you a nice fresh breath and stabilizes the pH in my mouth. So I like it. Still testing. Sodium fluoride is my preference for fluoride. I like the way it tastes more compared to stannous fluoride. Stannous fluoride is tin compounded with fluoride. Sodium fluoride has only a single action, anti-cavity. It helps strengthen the enamel, while stannous fluoride has a dual action. It's formulated to help with gingivitis and preventing cavities. But some research suggests that it's actually useful for sensitivity as well. The reason I don't like stannous fluoride is the taste. It has a peculiar aftertaste. Also, an important thing to know, a small percentage of the population actually have a staining reaction that occurs after using stannous fluoride. So those are all the ingredients that I had time for today. Drop a comment down below if you're interested in knowing more about a particular toothpaste ingredient. So the moment you've been waiting for, the new novel toothpaste. It's called Live Fresh. It has some promising research that shows that it's very effective in reducing the amount of plaque. So if your hygienist or your dentist has told you that you struggle with plaque or tartar buildup, you can try this toothpaste. I have not tried it myself, but I have quite a few clients that are using it and have noticed a tremendous difference in their plaque and tartar buildup. If you found value in this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button for more videos like this. As always, stay blessed and refreshed, defend what matters daily, and let the healing begin. This has been Alex, not a dentist.